Hello, beautiful people, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to this channel again, Rising Together TV. If this is your first time of coming across to this channel, please enable to hit the red subscribe button down below and also the bell icon for notification so that whenever I upload a new video, you will always be the one to see and you'll be notified immediately I upload a new video. I also want to thank those that already subscribed to this channel. Pray may God bless you. Thank you for showing me love. I really appreciate. May God bless you all. This is another video again. I really love to update you and show you what is going on around the world. Here is a case of tenancy dispute between two people. Please just watch this video and try to share your opinion and your contribution. Until I come your way next time, remain blessed. Bye for now. Ciao.
All right, Mr. Chukwudi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, madam.
Who is Chukwudi?
I am.
Who is Otinku?
I am.
Okay. Tell us what happened, please.
This is the apartment that he's staying.
Yes.
It's being owned by my eldest bros.
Hmm?
It's being owned by my eldest bros.
Eldest bros.
Yes.
Yeah, that brother. Yeah, that brother.
As you big rich, you want to speak slang, eldest bros. Go ahead.
So, I'm the kind of the caretaker of the said apartment.
Okay.
I've known Mr. Chukwu for quite some time now.
All right.
So the time they offered, we agreed on a certain payment for the house.
Which is how much?
When he moved in, it was 200.
200,000.
Yeah.
That was when?
It's over almost 8 years now.
No, that is not
Not
correct.
interrupting.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Almost 8 years now. 8 years now.
Mm-hmm.
So although he has been paying, but the payment is kind of bit by bit payment, which is not stipulated in what we agreed upon as per yearly payment.
Yeah.
So there was a time we visited him and we had one or two conscience clusters with him, and he didn't know that the owner of the edition is even around. So the way he talked with us that day, I was angry. I was like, we only came to tell you, as in to see you, you know. Then after, before he understood that this is the owner of the apartment, but before then he has already started complaining. This thing is not here. This thing is not here. That we should just make this and put this in order. Nobody uses this thing again. Duvas is out Marco. There is no water. There is no this. There is no that. That we want to increase the house rent for him. So I said, this is not what we came for. Understand? We only came to say hi. So later we had that issue. We sort ourselves out. Then we left. So we now said, okay, we'll put those things that he requested for, which we did. Then we now said, okay, this is what you pay, because what is obtainable in that particular area of the estate is 270, 300,000. That is what is obtainable in that area. And due to maybe
Ask the person to go out. That nice. Go ahead.
so that is from 270 to 300,000. That is what is obtainable in that particular area. So when we put
Is
those
it the
things,
area or the worth of your house?
that's within the locale of that area.
Mm.
So when we put all those things, we told him that this is what you will pay. You start paying because you requested for it. Said before we increase, that we'll have to put those enabling things for him, and which we did. That when I said, okay, you pay 250. He pleaded. He said that he cannot pay. So he pleaded. But we listened and we still maintained the 200 for him since that time. Over 3 to 4 years, he has been paying like that, the 200. But the payment is still scattered bit by bit payment, which is not in our agreement.
Okay.
So right now, why I came to this place is just to let him know that we really want to quit him because the owner of the apartment wants to make use of the apartment and do a kind of proper renovation in the apartment.
Okay, Mr. Chukwudi, respond back to what he just said.
Thank you, madam.
Can you
Actually,
say it back?
okay. Actually, he has not said it.
Okay.
I moved into the apartment 2014.
Mhm.
So it was not correct that I have stayed there for 8 years. I have not stayed in the apartment.
2014 to date is how many years?
It's about
6 years.
6 years.
Don't interrupt me.
When I moved into the flat,
Yeah.
the landlord connived with the agent to cheat me in the first place.
How do you how? How do you
In the first place,
yes.
I asked the agent, have you verified the landlord? With the landlord, whether everything was actually in place in that flat. The agent told me yes. I asked him, what about the light? Has the bill been cleared? The agent told me yes. I said, are you sure? He said yes. I said, I wanted to see the landlord in person. He told me that he is the agent of the house, that is actually representing the landlord. I said, fine. Now, when I moved into the flat, I noticed that the person that stayed in that flat actually accumulated the bill to the tune of 130,000 naira, madam. 130,000 naira. Now, I placed a call to my landlord. My landlord told me that that is actually my business with the agent. He refused to be a part and parcel of that bill. Now I footed that bill, I paid the bill.
100 and something thousand.
130,000 naira.
Do you have the proof?
I did not, madam.
How did you say you paid the bill without proof?
Well, I went to the NEPA bill I paid. So I did not come with this and I did not
But
come
he's
there.
receipted.
Now, let me come, madam.
Hold on, sir. No. You must answer me first, one after the other.
Okay. Whether it
The
was
money you
receipted,
pay, was it receipted?
it was not. And I will tell you why.
Why?
Okay. The man told me that the man that was staying there actually was having a bill. At a point, you know what they were up to. I was not part of the game. The bill somehow got missing.
Got missing?
Yes, so that
from who?
they were not bringing the man that was occupying the house. I didn't know anything about that.
So how did you know if the bill got missing?
Yes.
How did you get to know that
The
bill
NEPA
was
bill, the NEPA
130,000?
bill, I was disconnected. And when I moved to that place, they told me that.
Mm. So
So
the NEPA did not give you any NEPA bill?
They did not.
Which NEPA
But
office?
what the man did,
Yeah.
I was paying instrumental. The man told me that for this light to be restored, that I would need to be paying instrumental.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, and I kept paying that. And somehow, he said it was okay. And actually, the man was not there now. Else, I would have given you the man's number. But that is not all. The toilet was bad.
Give me plain sheet, please.
The toilet was bad. And
At
when
what point did you discover the toilet was bad?
when I moved into the flat,
Mm.
this man is now saying that they repaired it.
Did you inspect the house before you paid?
I did.
So how comes you
The
started complaining after
agent
that?
gave me his word that everything would be taken care of.
Like what and what did you pay?
Like repairing the doors, because the toilet had no door, the kitchen had no door, the bathroom has no door. When I moved in,
No door at all.
no
All the
door
doors
was
are
scattered.
spoiled.
The door actually was so rickety, it was gone. I mean, they
Hold
were
on.
gone.
Hold on. Did you make doors there, or there was no door?
I didn't meet any door there.
So the place was just open.
Yes.
Go ahead.
What they did after a couple of days, when I actually put pressure on the agent that something had to be done. The agent called a carpenter. The man just came, brought in some pieces of plywood and joined them together. And that thing never stayed for months. They all fell down. I had to go to the nearby market to get a door for the toilet, for the bathroom. But the kitchen actually was not repaired by me. I left it that way. And the up till now, that kitchen is still that way. Now,
You have the picture.
no, I did not. But about the toilet, I think my daughter snapped the distance, but I didn't come with it. Now, about the water, I stayed in the apartment. They gave me their word that they will fix water for me.
Mm.
I stayed in the apartment, in the apartment for 2 good years, no water. But that was the early arrangement. This man actually told me that they will fix water. But he reneged. For 2 years, he never complied. And I never bothered him. I was the only tenant inside that flat, inside the block, that was going downstairs to fetch water.
No water
For 2 good years.
Are you married?
I am, madam.
And with your children?
Yes, madam.
So you guys go down to buy
yes, I was.
fetch water?
Yes, I was going there myself.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay. Now it never ended. The louvers he was talking about, the windows were bad. I complained because
When you say the windows are bad as in how?
some of the louvers were broken, and then the spaces were empty.
Who broke it?
The person that stayed there, the tenant that was there before me, I didn't know the person that broke it. Like I told you, when I moved in, I inspected the flat, but they gave me the award and assurance
If they give you the award,
that they will fix those things before I moved in.
and for how many years?
For 3 good years. It took them 3 years.
Mm.
It took them 2 years to fix the water. It took them 3 years to fix the windows. And madam, in case you were asking me, did I not inspect the place?
Mm.
I just moved into that place because I was kind of hasty. Because I was having my own building in the next distance. But unfortunately, the military came and demolished my house. So I was kind of homeless. Okay, so when that thing just came on hand, I actually took what I saw in the hope that this man will live up to his word. And he never did. Now, anytime I place a call to him, he will be so hostile. Very, very hostile and aggressive. Madam, I don't like making peace with anybody. The place I was before I built my own house, I lived in that place for 14 and a half years. And then I was working in the aviation industry. It was a situation when that house was demolished. I moved into their house. I started suffering in their house. But I didn't want to make any case. My own daughter studied law. And my in-law, a guy married to my niece, is a lawyer too. But throughout my life, I had never been to any court of law because I'm a peaceful person.
And you can even have judge and you see faith.
This is my first time of even entering into any kind of court. I've not.
So the issue now, respond back to his complaint.
Yes. Now let me come to his complaint.
Yeah.
Now, madam, I was paying my house rent as at when due until 2016 when I had problem with my sight. This is what happened. I was a committed, jolly, good tenant for them until this disaster struck.
Hold on.
But then,
Yeah.
okay, you said I should hold on.
Hold
Or
on.
should I continue?
Hold on.
Okay.
How much did you enter the house with? How
I
much was
entered
it?
the house 200,000. And as at the time I moved into the house,
2014.
2014, the value of the flats, because it was a block, and inside the block you have so many flats. People were paying 120, 150, 100. Even the very man that gave me water, that when he decided to fix the water, the man that gave me water, that dug the borehole I introduced them to, actually was paying 100,000 before the man left. The man got his own house. He bought his own house in that estate and lived. So this one he was telling me that as at the time that this house is that is not true. In fact, it's been economical with the truth. Now, let me tell you, madam, he told me that I have not been paying house. I was actually very, very committed, very, very punctual, paying my house rent as at when due until this 2016. Even at that 2016, because I knew that my challenge actually is entirely my own responsibility and not to be shared by anybody. I'm sorry with anybody. If I had a challenge, I knew from the onset that it is my own responsibility. I don't have to bring my landlord into it because he's not part of it. What I was doing, I was paying them their house rent. Even from that time, I had this challenge. Not that I was defaulting. At no time did I stay at no year did I stay without paying the house rent. But what really happened was that there was a kind of delay. Instead of paying that 1st September I used to pay, then the term somehow will be dragged to December. And it has been like that. It has been like that. And not that I had missed 1 year without paying them. It never happened. Even this time, he gave me a sermon to come to this place. He summoned me. When was the house rent due? July. And he brought a sermon August. And we all knew that even if I'm defaulted, after 6 months, then so he can take a legal action against me. But how come he decided to drag me into this very place? Not even up to 2 months.
Use your face mask.
Oh, thank you.
Because you're shouting.
I am not a lawyer. I'm not a lawyer. But sorry.
Can I say something?
No. It's not about that. Hold on.
Now, he's talking about that I was paying the money piecemeal. The only time I paid them their money not being complete was just last year, December. What really happened was my wife paid 180. Then after 2 months, she paid them 20,000 naira. That was the only time I had paid their money piecemeal.
Last year.
Just last year, this January, December of this sorry, January 2020.
This year now.
This year.
Of
Excuse me. Let me complete my
Hold on. You paid the rent of last year this year, or you paid the rent of this year this year?
This year has not gone now.
This
year has not gone. What I'm saying is that the house rent that I was supposed to pay September 1st last year, we paid it December. And that December, it was not complete. We paid 180. Then after 2 months or a month plus, then we paid them 20,000 naira. That was the only time we had paid them instrumentally. I cannot be here telling lies. I never paid them instrumentally. I never did. The only thing I did was that, like I told you, after that I had that challenge, then there were some delays. Do you understand me? But I never defaulted in paying them any house rent. Even as we speak, ask him, am I owing them? Except the one that is due July, and he brought the sermon August. Am I owing them?
Have you paid now?
The one of recent. I've not paid
Are you owing them or you have paid now?
The one that I'm owing them, the one I have not paid, and the one of just the one just ended last 2 days.
2 days.
2 days.
You are owing August.
I'm owing. It's supposed to be.
You're supposed to renew your rent when?
That is what I'm saying. I'm supposed to renew my rent July, August.
And they serve you notice when?
Just this August now. He brought the sermon last
Hold
2
on.
days.
They notice to quit or invitation to this office. Make us clear.
Notice.
Did they serve you quit notice or the invitation letter from our office?
No, the invitation letter, the sermon from your office.
Okay.
The sermon.
Have they ever served you quit notice?
No.
Have you ever served him quit notice?
No.
You have not. So what do you really want from this man now? You heard I said his friend just got due last July.
Yes, July.
And this is we just finished August, a month plus. So what do you people really want?
I want him to leave the place.
Okay, you want you to leave the place, you have to give him notice before his rent expires. You cannot wait until his rent expired July. You want him to go now. What you would do, you go and serve him notice, 6-month notice as your yearly tenant. Then, before that 6 months, he will prepare himself and vacate the place.
So why
You are not supposed to wait until his rent expires before you
that
want
was
him
why
to
we
leave.
that was why we came.
You came here. Did they tell you that in our office there we don't follow law?
It's so that we can handle things amicably. That was
How
why
do you want to handle it?
Because this thing that you're saying now, I thought maybe it's even there somebody that maybe when we come here we'll observe the truth. You understand? And we settle things amicably. But look at what he's saying now. The house where he's staying, that the rentage there is 120,000. If he's true to himself, the person that left the house was paying 170,000 before they took him in. So how come?
Don't worry.
I have friends that stays there. I know what is obtainable there.
Don't worry. All the dilapidated house that complain that is your house okay?
Yes, the house is okay.
What kind of window do you have there? According to
It was louvers. We changed it to Almaco.
When did you change it to Alumaco?
After like a year that he has moved in.
Oh my.
A year.
A year or 2 years that he has moved in.
Mm-hmm.
And we put the Alumaco and the pumping the water borehole at the same time.
Then he said the toilet doors, the kitchen doors were not okay.
They were okay. I saw them myself. They were okay.
At what point did they fix those things? When?
The doors?
Yes.
We never fixed the doors. Everything was okay inside the house. Before he moved in.
Have they fixed any doors since you packed in Oga?
Madam.
Yes or no? That's what I want to hear.
If the agent could be here, if the agent were here, the agent would tell you that those doors were not fixed. And this one, he was saying that.
But did they later come to fix it, or you are still using the same old door?
I had to use my money to buy those 2 doors, and I cannot be here telling lies. I can even tell you the place I bought those 2 doors.
Meaning the doors in the other apartment is different from the kind of doors.
Yes. You can send somebody to go there with me now.
Okay.
Even the madam, even the burglar proof. Immediately I moved into that very place, my house was burgled into because there was no burglar proof at the kitchen side.
Okay.
I used my money to get the 2 burglar proofs and fix them into that very place.
Okay, but now, listen, sir. thank God for whatever reason, for whatever issues you have been confronted with now. Let's face the reality. You are an adult, you are a father. At least your daughter that studied law, your in-law that is a lawyer, none of them will say because they are lawyers, you should not do the right thing.
No.
There is nobody that is above the law. Even if you have daughter or wife as a judge, if she preside and rule in her own court, anybody that is not comfortable with her rule will appeal to another court. And we must do things with conscience. All what you have complained, listen. You are once a landlord, which I still believe you will still be. Whether they have demolished you, at least you have invested in your children and they will still build for you to enter. There's nothing that is impossible to God. Whatever you have spent there, we all know that landlords, some have usually increase their rent after every 2 years interval. But at the end, when some consider the situation on ground, because things are not really working steadily in Nigeria, is the reason why most landlords will end up going to court with tenants. Instead of resolving peacefully, you will end in court and all this delay from both sides, that is not what we represent here. We represent peaceful resolution. Everybody, every party, including this office, must be reasonable in anything you are doing. Okay, the house, you've stayed in the place for over how many years? 2014 to 2000, that is 6 years. It's not your inherited property. If things are not comfortable for you, once you park into an apartment and you notice some of these things, you don't need to renew your rent. After the expiration of the first one, look for alternative place or a comfortable place where you want and park into the place. Stay put in the place you know it's not comfortable for you and you know you are paying higher than every other person. I see no reason why you should retain such apartment for such years that you have spent there. That aside, then now they want the apartment, they want to make use of the place, and you also, with all this your complaint, I believe you will not hesitate to go out of the place, because you cannot keep staying in a place where the window is not good, the door is not good, water is not rushing well, toilet is not proper, and all that, and you have your own family there. The best thing now is to look for alternative place where you can have your comfort and pack out from the place. Let them have their dilapidated building. If they like, let them renovate, or if they like, let them look for whoever that wish to stay with the condition the house is and stay put there. So please, the issue now we should be talking about now is when you will go out. So now that you said you don't want stress, you don't want issue with anybody, which that statement sounds so sweet and reasonable to my ears, that for your age and someone that is learned, exposed, can speak this way. Some can be very troublesome, they will just be talking here and there without making any points. For you making this kind of statements, I know you are such a reasonable person that come from a learned background and have learned children that will not want anybody to be dragging with their father here and there. That is another stress. So please, sir, when would you want to vacate the place for peaceful resolve?
Madam, I will follow the law to the letter. But
But
actually, I've made up my mind to leave the place.
Mm-hmm.
And I can tell you with a modicum of assurance that I am going to vacate their house. It's not my property.
When?
It should be next year. Next year, madam.
When?
As soon as I leave this place, I will start looking for accommodation.
We don't do you cannot just give next year. It's not your house.
Okay, you want
It's
me to
not
go
that house is not your
it's
house,
not
sir.
It's not mine.
Just give me a straight word of when you will go out.
Okay,
I don't know why some of you, they give you respect, you want to behave somehow.
I will leave.
What is it if you have a daughter that is a lawyer? Can't she build house and put you there?
Madam, I will back out of that place, June.
What?
June, is it?
How can it be June?
That is why
Which
I told
month
you to
is
suggest to me, and I saw that I will.
By even giving you that whatever to speak, you should have speak like the matured person you are. You build house, you know what it takes to build house. Even if you have losses, which I know, God can still restore you back. If they ask you to leave, how comfortable will you be that you are living in somebody's house without paying?
I told you I will leave their house. I'm going.
You will leave their house when? If you want to leave next month, you cannot say I'm leaving next year. It's not your house now. It's somebody's house and they build a house for a purpose.
Madam, I think I need up to 6 months to look for accommodation.
Do you know you're already in area?
I know I'm already. That starts August.
You are already in area. Listen to me, because
Yes,
some of you, once they talk, you just want to go and capitalize. Your daughter that is a lawyer is supposed to have, educate you before you come here. You are already in areas. If the areas you have covered for 1 year, you are owing. You are not expecting anybody to give you that 6 months. You are already in areas. You are not. Your rent is not running again.
Madam,
you are owing them.
Madam, my rent stopped August. This last August.
Are you not in area? Have you paid for that? You are owing. Am I right?
You are right.
So what you will do? When? Is it today? Is it next tomorrow? You are paying for the one you are owing. Then the 6 month notice now will be given to you officially. Then you will not pack out. That's how it's been done.
Okay. Okay, let me pay for the house rent. Yeah. Then after paying for the house rent, then I will be given 6 months.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, fine. I never understood it that way.
6 months from July.
No, madam,
excuse me.
Hold on, no. It cannot be 6 months from July because you did not serve him prior to his expiry. You have not served him.
Okay, madam. Please excuse me for, misunderstanding you. What I would do, I would pay them their money December.
Hold on.
If I pay them their money December, let it still be counted. This is the time I'm going to leave. If I pay them, I don't know how you will count it because, like I told you, madam, I explained to you, I don't want to make a promise and fail.
Hold on. I've told you people that this office will stand for justice and will stand to defend the right of both parties.
Yes.
The right thing must be done.
Yes.
Exactly.
Before you ask your tenant to leave the house, you must give that tenant 6 months notice. Notice as in his or her rent should still be running. You serve a notice 6 months before the expiration of his or her rent. And that is a notice that the person is aware that the landlord want to make use or take over his or her apartment.
I want to correct something. There's the renters that he's talking about. The one that is even living now is what that he paid last year, as in the last year July.
What we are saying.
Hold on.
That expired. You understand? The renters
expired when?
Expired this month. The one that he paid.
Hold on,
the one that he paid 180,000 by December last year was supposed to be in July. Understand? He paid the other part payment either January or February.
But did your daughter tell you that if you are not paying your rent accurately as at when due, that you are not entitled to 6 months? Did your your daughter told you that? Are you aware of that?
Madam, he is saying, what he's saying now is this.
You have not been paying your rent, even if it's 1 day. You breach paying your rent as a yearly tenant. You are not entitled to 6 months. You don't know that.
Okay, in this case,
yes,
the rent expired August, and then you want me to tell you the time I will pay. so that I will stay 1 year. Then after 1 year, you be giving me, I'll be given 6 months to pay.
No.
So your rent expired July. Just stop dragging it to August. No. Sorry.
Okay, madam, tell me what you want. My house rent was from July to July. Okay, so like it's from August that I'm owing. This last August.
It cannot be July to July.
It's July to July, 1 year.
That is not how to calculate 1 year.
Okay, call it August to July, call it December. But my house rent actually expired July this year. This one is saying, am I owing you people except from this August? The answer is no. Let's get things in right perspective. Let's be civil.
If your rent expired July and you have not paid for that rent, you are already in arrears in that house, which you are supposed to offset.
Yes.
And if you did not offset, meaning you don't want to, if you don't offset it outrightly,
okay.
as at when due,
okay.
Meaning you are not entitled to 6 months,
okay,
because the 6 months is for yearly tenants that paid
okay,
their rent. As you don't, do you get?
I do, madam. I do. Okay, can I be given up to November or December to pay?
Why November, December?
Because that is the time I will need to solve that month. Because, madam, if I tell you next month, you may not understand.
Okay, yes. Hold on. Can they leave the rent for you and you will pack out that December and let everybody have peace?
Unless you are ruling on that. Yes, I would have loved a situation where I pay them December, then I'll be given 6 months.
No, if you even pay December, they will count that 6 months from when your rent expired. Because your rent is not due December. Your rent is already due July. So this one we're talking now is for us to have a round table talk.
A meeting point.
A meeting point for a better resolution, peaceful resolution, not as in what the Lord demand is. No, you have defaulted already from your rent which expired July. So if you have to be given to renew that rent, the notice also will start from that July that you're supposed to pay, because when you did not pay, they also consider you to pay December. So they cannot be counting your 6 months from December.
Okay, if that be the case, if they cannot allow me up to December to pay them, now can I be allowed to stay up to January and the 19th and back?
January and back.
Yes.
You know, if you cannot take up any of undertaking here and come to default, that is why we put this negotiation plain for all of us to discuss peacefully, and we arrive at something that we know I bend there, you bend there, and everybody have peace of mind that you will not come tomorrow. You cannot come to your house and knock at the door. Where is my rent? This and that. You cannot say, okay, no, I am not going to pay January, give me time. Or I'm not going to pay December, give me time. No. What we are discussing now, sir, is what all of us need to consider, put every one of us into consideration. If you are not paying for house rent, which you know you are to gather and pay since July, you did not pay. They have given you, they have dashed you that I'm just saying it. I'm not going to impose it on them. After I'm not the owner of the house. They only come before me to assist to preside over this case. I am just saying what I want to beg them for. Not that they have told me that is what they want. If you are owing somebody rent, you have to pay the person before you go out. But now that they want the apartments and we don't want issue between you and them, mine, I want to appeal to the owner, which is the brother. We can call him, or if he's online watching us, he can also send comments. Let them allow you to hold the rent that you are supposed to pay from June. Use that to go and rent somewhere else, so that you can pack out, let them make use of the house. If they want to rent the house for 1 million, that is their property. If they want to give it out free or they want to live there, they want to pay less, that will not be a problem anymore.
Okay.
But we must be.
If you want assurance from me, I think I need to call those that are assisting me to pay the house rent now, because I cannot actually decide on my own. But I thought it would have been a situation whereby they would say, okay, if you stay up to December, pay us, then leave, you know. But if that is not the case,
which one is stay up to December, pay us leave?
When I pay my house rent December, that is full house rent. Okay, then it will be taken as now I've given you quick notice. Stay for 6 months and back.
That's what I'm saying. I said they cannot give a 6 months.
They cannot give me 6
now.
months again.
If they want to give you now from that place now, July to
the 6 months.
December.
The 6 months start from July.
Starts from July.
Yes, because that's when
your rent expired.
Okay, no wahala. Why not give me that kind? Because January is somehow now. Why not give me February or March? I must leave. I must leave.
That's after you have paid your money. That's after you have paid the rent in December. It should give you the, because if you have
no, if I pay my rent on December now, that means I've made my complete payment now.
But you defaulted from.
Yes, I have.
From July. So from that July, your 6 months expire January.
That is why I actually asked for February end.
Sorry, excuse me.
Yeah.
They say where there is a will,
Yeah.
there is a way.
Yeah.
From onset, you've never sounded like you are willing to vacate that property.
Yes.
I want to vacate.
You are
No,
not
you're not
sounding like
sounding
you
like
want to
you are
vacate.
willing to sound.
I want to vacate.
But you are not sounding like.
Okay.
Your body language,
Madam, February, I will leave.
turning us round.
Just give me February, I will leave. Let's make things short for all of us, so that we don't waste. Just give me that February. We leave their house. I want to vacate. Is that my property? It's not. Because if I say January now, after December, there is a way things could go. And I don't want to renege on my earlier statements. So,
You are still taking another 6 months. No problem. The 6 months you people did not give it
Yes,
before
February.
now. Let him be February. You understand me? But the undertaking will write here will determine whether he will spend 1 day in that house or not. February you are leaving without paying a bill.
yes. February.
Bring the phone if he's the person that probably is the brother that will try to come.
Please you introduce yourself once again so that everyone can hear you. This one is kissing.
Who is the
Yeah,
person?
good afternoon. My name is Nick. I'm calling from US.
Your name is who?
Yeah, I'm calling from, on behalf of this program that you're doing right now about the channel.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay, man. Well, God bless you on this program. Thank you so much for helping everybody.
Amen.
Please, I just want to bring a little suggestion, man. The
Okay.
suggestion is that, the man, which is the tenant, said it was after he came there that you understand maybe notice. So it wasn't that he was given a notice before that he should leave. So every decision that is being made now is just me to him and everything that we're discussing right now. So I'm just suggesting, because if he gives us, if we should say now, or he's going to say, leave next month, it might not work. So maybe we should give like 2-3 days for him to go home and sit down. He should come back and give exact date, because you don't want the situation where he will give a month or 2 months and it will be a problem for him to leave. He has to sit down with the family and let them know that we are not paying rent to this the landlord has been very patient, so we bless, God be blessing too, or have, but please, let's just be patient because things are very hard in the whole world right now. But we cannot tell the landlord to forcefully tell a tenant not to live with us. Obviously, it's tired, but we can plead on behalf of the tenants to please. Just let him sit down with the family, the people that are helping him, as they say, for him to pick a month that he'll be able to live, and he has to be reasonable with the landlord while picking the month. He can't just pick 1 year.
Okay,
So
thank you.
please, that's what I was calling for, to give a suggestion on.
It's all right. Thank you for your suggestion, but anyway, we have the landlord have agreed to give him 6 months as he requested to pack out without paying.
Oh, wow. Thank
Yeah,
God.
so if he stay from now till February without paying, it's enough time for him to vacate the place. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, thank you viewers for being with us. Kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel on Access to Justice TV and follow us on our Facebook page on Human Rights Defender and Access to Justice Advocate Center. For more useful information, kindly visit our website on www.hrdaca.org.ng. Our call lines are 0903-2474 or 0903-2484. Our WhatsApp line for inquiry and case drop is 0903-2423. Thank you so much. Who is this? Human Rights Defender and Access to Justice. Good evening.
Hello, good morning. I'm calling from New York. Is that the case of landlord and tenant?
Yes, please. Your name and where are you calling from?
Okay, I'm calling from US. My name is Olu. I just want to contribute to the case that is going on.
Yeah.
I just want to appeal to the landlord to be patient, because I know this man wanted to leave, but he had some concern. That's why he can't be straight.
Okay.
And let me tell you,
all right, you hear me. Maybe probably you did not follow up the conclusion properly. The conclusion is that the tenant has been given 6 months to arrange himself and eventually pack out without paying. So 6 months to live without paying the arrears. So which is overfair to every other person in this life. This is a decision we're taking without even the landlords. So the landlord have to follow us. People have pleaded, and please just bear with us and let him just stay with the family to vacate the house on or before February 2021, ending of February 2021. I believe he should be able to pack out from that place before that time. We're just giving at most, let it be that time. All right, have a wonderful evening.